about partial differential equation. Till now, what you learned regarding differential equation, it is related to ordinary differential equations. Means the derivative were in the form like d by dx or d square by dx square like that. So what we are going to get now about partial means dou by dou x, dou by dou y. So if the equation involves, if the differential equation involves partial derivatives, it is called as partial differential equation. So for your study, you have got two parts here. First, we are going to study about the formation. And next, we are going to find the solution. So they are the reverse process. In the formation, they will give the function. They will give the original function and they will ask you to form the PDE. And in the solution, they'll give a PDE. They'll ask you to solve means you have to find the original function. Are you getting the part? So here in this, we are going to study two concepts. One is formation, another one is solution. Okay. Again, about differential equation, you know so many concepts like we know we have defined what is order, degree, okay, homogeneous, non-homogeneous. All those concepts are also there in PDE. So first, today I'll take the part of formation. For formation, they'll give some function and they will ask us to form the partial differential equation. To do it, it is actually again divided into two parts. One is, okay, both parts is actually the elimination only. So we have to form the PDE by elimination. This elimination will be by arbitrary constants or by arbitrary functions. Okay, let us see what is the meaning arbitrary. Arbitrary means. So arbitrary constant means, suppose if I give the equation like this, z is equal to ax plus by plus ab. This is my first question actually. So here a and b, these are called as arbitrary constants. Now suppose for this equation, if it is 2 is there, 2 is being added up. So 2 is called as fixed constant. So the difference between arbitrary and fixed constant is A may be 2, A may be 3, A may be 0, A may be minus 2. Am I right? The value of this A is not fixed. It may be 100, it may be 1000. It may change. But what is the value of 2? Is it 2 fixed or is it going to change as 3 or 4 or 100? Is the value of 2 going to change? Is the value of 2 going to change? Is it like occasionally today the value is 2, tomorrow 2's value is going to be 10, 100, 1000 like that?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. So it is a fixed constant. It is a fixed constant. Whereas A, B, if you take in this equation, they are called as arbitrary constants. Similarly, suppose if I take Z is equal to sine of log X, sine of log X. So this is called as fixed function. Fixed function means it is sine means sine only. But if I write Z equal to f of log X, then f is called as which function? Arbitrary function.
Arbitrary.
Yeah. Why? Because this f may be now sine, it may be cos, it may be exponential, it may change. Am I right? Is the part clear? So if I say sine means it is sine only. If I differentiate, it becomes cos. But sine cannot be again something else. Are you getting? So this is like a fixed function. This is an arbitrary function. So first today we'll see how to form the PDE by eliminating arbitrary constant. Okay, so I'll explain you the procedure. Here, main important thing, take here z is a function of x and y. Don't forget this. How it is? Z is depending on x and y both, where x and y are independent variables. So if I change x, is there any change in z? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, obviously. Similarly, if I change y, obviously there will be a change in z because z is a function of x and y. Now, what you do? Here, okay, they'll give some function. That function format also I'll give you the general format. It will be like this. Means they will give some function containing the variables x, y, z and some constants a and b. So your intention is you should form the PDE. So if it is PDE means what should be present? What should be present in that? If you are calling something as a partial differential equation, what should be there? Try to answer. See, if I write like this, do you call this as a partial differential equation?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a partial differential equation. One student said as, what about the remaining?
Function of
How
x and y are
No. It is a equation. It is just a equation. It is just a function. I'm asking, is it a partial differential equation? See, it goes like this. First, it should be equation. Equation means unknowns. Next, it should be a differential. Means unknown should be in terms of differential. And how those differential should be? They are in terms of partial. Do you have any partial derivatives in this box terms? Huh? Can you call this as a partial differential equation? Okay, just see. I write y is equal to CF plus PI. You know some CF and PI, suppose if we have got it. So, and then I'll write dy by dx is equal plus py is equal to some q. Tell me among this 1 and 2, which is a differential equation? Or is it both are differential equation or both are not? Please answer. Is it both are differential equations? No, I want to know your way, how you take which is differential equation. If you cannot identify, it is difficult. Is it equation 1 and 2 both are differential equation? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Both. Huh. All are supporting for both? Only one or none? Y equal to CF plus PI. When we write, what we write here? Isn't it solution? Why you call it as a solution? It is free from derivatives. Huh? You don't have this idea? See, this is a only equation 2 is differential equation. Okay, its solution means it should be free from derivatives. Now tell me z equal to sine of log x. Is it a differential equation? Yes or no? Is it a differential equation?
No, ma'am.
No, because there is no differentials in this. There is no differential. If I take some dy by dx here, no, it becomes a differential equation. At least that much you should know. Okay, please. Your knowledge should not be like that. Okay, try to understand it. To be a differential equation, it should be an equation. It should contain a differential equation, differentials, and those differential, if they are partial, it is called as partial differential equation. Now, this is some equation will be given. There are arbitrary constants. I want to form the PDE. So to form the PDE, what should be present? What should be there? It is already an equation because unknowns are there. Is it a PDE? Is it a partial derivative equation, differential equation?
No, ma'am.
No. So what should be present here is partial derivative should be there. How can I introduce a partial derivative for this? If I have this equation, how can I introduce differential for this? By doing what process? What process will help us to introduce the differentials? No? No idea? See, I have z equal to sine log x. One equation I have. I want to introduce the differential for this. What I have to do for this? Which process? Mathematical operation. Is it I have to do a addition? I have to do a subtraction, multiplication. What I have to perform? Try to answer. If you are wrong also, no problem. Huh?
Del,
No
ma'am.
answer? Huh? Which mathematical operation should be applied so that differentials will be introduced? Isn't it differentiation? Okay, so see, I'll tell you the procedure. Better I'll not simply waste time in asking the questions. Okay, I don't know in what state you are like, why you are not understanding. Simple thing. I'm trying to ask very simple, not complicated. See, this is given thing. They'll give some function which contains some arbitrary constants. Now I want to form partial differential equation means I have to introduce partial derivatives. For that, the best process is differentiation. So differentiate with respect to x and y partially. That is important. Partially you differentiate it. So that partial derivatives will be introduced. Then main important, you need to eliminate a and b. If this process of elimination is done, then you can say that is the required PDE. Very simple process. We'll differentiate it partially, will eliminate the arbitrary constants. Once elimination is done, that is the required PDE. That's all. Okay. Now we'll use some notations over here. So suppose if you, okay, suppose we'll use some notations here. Suppose z is a function of x and y. How many first order derivatives are there? Z is a function of two variables x and y. How many first order derivatives you can find? Can you differentiate z with respect to x and y? Yes or no? If
Yes, ma'am.
z is, yes. Okay. How many first order derivatives you will get? See, this z can be differentiated with respect to x and with respect to y. Am I right? Anything else other than this?
No, ma'am.
No, that means if z is a function of two variables, you can find two first order derivatives. Now this simple notation for this, we'll use it as zx. Okay, you can use it as zx. One more notation we are going to use in this topic of PDE, that is small p. What is small p? Throughout the topic means it is dou z by dou x. Z is a function of x and y, don't forget. Similarly, dou z by dou y is denoted as zy. Can you guess it is taken as which letter?
Q.
Q. Guess it, no worries. Okay, so dou z by dou x is P, dou z by dou y is Q. See, A, B, C are arbitrary constants, P, Q are partial derivatives. Don't get confused again. Now, if z is a function of two variables, how many second order derivatives you can find? How many second order derivatives?
Two.
Actually, you can find four, but among the four, the first in between two, we take them as same. So you can say there are three second order derivatives are there. Do you know what is the shortcut form of this writing like this for dou square z by dou x square? You might have used it in first semester. Dou square z by dou x square is taken as
ZXX.
very good zxx. Can you guess what it should be denoted as? P, Q, R. This is S. And dou square Z by dou Y square is denoted as T. Some notations are there. Don't interchange them. It has to go in order. P, Q, R, S, T. All are small letters. Okay? Yeah. So I'll take up the first set of example. Write down. Form the partial differential equation by eliminating arbitrary constants from following functions. Okay, write down. Z is equal to AX plus BY plus AB. I'll take the same example. So how many arbitrary constants are there? There are two. Okay, first thing, take the equation and take it as equation 1. So what we are going to do for this is, just now I told you the procedure. What is to be done with this equation? Okay, we have to go for partial differentiation.
Partial
Okay?
differentiation.
Yeah, right. Differentiate one with respect to x and y partially. Hope you remember the concept. When you differentiate with respect to x, y has to be treated as
Constant.
constant. Similarly, y, if you do it with respect to y, x should be treated as constant. Okay. So derivative of z with respect to x is dou z by dou x, because how is z? Z is a function of x and y. Don't forget. Otherwise, you may write it as 0. That will be wrong. Okay. Yeah. Derivative of C. What is derivative of x with respect to x is 1. What is derivative of y with respect to x?
0. 0.
No, no, not partial. If suppose y is a function of x, I'm recalling the first part. If y is a function of x, then derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Derivative of y with respect to x, how you write?
Y dy by dx.
Dy by dx, correct? Similarly, z is a function of x, so I am writing it as dou z by dou x. Hope clear? Now, dou z by dou x is denoted as what? Short way is p. P. Okay, use the notation p. Now, tell me the derivative of this RHS part with respect to x. What is derivative of AX with respect to x?
A.
A. Derivative of BY with respect to x?
BY.
Huh? BY with respect to x?
B into dy by
Zero.
dx.
Partiality is partial. This what I said, no, this is to justify this. Don't get confused. X and Y are not depending on each other. They are free. Z is depending on x and y. Okay, now tell me what is AB with respect to x?
0.
0.
0.
So from this you can say the value of A is P, correct? Value of A is P. Now do it with respect to y. Derivative of z with respect to y is dou z by dou y. What is derivative of AX with respect to y?
0.
0. BY with respect to y? BY with respect to y?
B.
B.
B. And AB with respect to y is again 0. And dou z by dou y is denoted as Q. So what is the value of B then?
Q.
Q. Okay. Now what you do, substitute the value of A and B in equation 1. Okay. Therefore, equation 1 becomes Z equal to AX. A is P. PX plus B is Q. Y. A is PQ. Tell me, are there any arbitrary constants in this?
No.
No, so it is free from that. And how can I tell this is a PDE? Because what is actually P and Q? P is dou z by dou x and dou z by dou y, isn't it? So partial derivatives are present and arbitrary constants are absent. That is called as PDE. Hope understood. Still, if arbitrary constants are remaining, you should eliminate. That is the thing. Okay. This is very simple example. Try to understand from that. Now I'll go to little higher part. Take down. Z is equal to x minus a the whole square plus y minus b the whole square. First thing, take the given equation as 1. Tell me what is the first step to be applied after taking it as 1. Huh? What is to be done with equation 1?
Differentiate partially.
Very good. Differentiate with respect to x and y partially. Okay. What is the derivative of z then? Dou z by dou x, which is denoted as p. Clear? Okay. Now what is the derivative of x minus a the whole square with respect to x? Huh? X minus a the whole square with respect to x is what? How you do it for x square?
2x.
2x.
Same way. So 2 into x minus a raised to 1 into derivative of the bracket with respect to x is 1. Coefficient of x is 1. What is the value of the second term if you differentiate?
0.
0 because there is no x. Okay. So from this, instead of finding the value of a, better find x minus a so that directly we can substitute, isn't it? Because if you find only a, no, it becomes little complicated. So we'll find x minus a. What is x minus a?
P by 2.
P by 2. Very good. Similarly, if you do with respect to y, we will get it as q equal to, what is the value of the first term if you do it with respect to y?
0.
0. Second term? What is the value of y minus b?
Q by 2.
Yeah. So what is to be done with this? Yeah, substitute in 1. You can find a and b, but it will be simply a waste. Why to again go for a, again come back and all? Better. If you can eliminate that full term also, it is okay. Yeah, what happens to equation 1? Z equal to x minus a the whole square means p by 2 square. Y minus b means p by 2 the whole square. Simplify. Tell me the simplified part. Am I right? Just check. What is done? What is done? Nothing much. Take LCM is 4. Shift it here. It is 4z. Is it the required PDE? What is the only confirmation we have to do? What is the only confirmation we have to do? Free from
Constants.
A and B. Huh? It is not containing A and B. So this is done. No problem. Now write down x square by a square plus y square by b square plus z square by c square equal to 1. Take this as equation 1. Again, nothing much. Just start differentiation partial. What is the derivative of x square with respect to x?
2x.
2x. What about a square? Shall I write as it is? Yes or no? Isn't it? It is constant. It continues to be there. Like 1 by a square, then derivative of x square is 2x. What about the second term? What about the second term in equation 1?
0.
If you do it with respect to x, obviously 0. What happens to z square by c square? So I'll take 1 by c square out. What is the derivative of z square with respect to x?
2z, 2z by 2x.
Very good. 2z, dou z by dou x. That I'm writing it as p. Hope clear. Now, we cannot simplify this much because there are two arbitrary constants and we cannot eliminate it. So at the most, what simplification we can do? Actually, we can just cancel a 2. Am I right? Okay. So this is like x by a square plus zp by c square is equal to 0. I'll take this as equation 2. Okay, nothing much. I just cancelled a 2. Similarly, if you do it with respect to y, tell me what are the terms you'll get. First term is 0. Derivative of y square is what? 2y. And derivative of z square is 2z dou z by dou x. Dou y, sorry. Dou y, which is q. Again, here also we can at the most cancel a 2, isn't it? Tell me what you'll get. Y by b square plus zq by c square is equal to 0. We cannot simplify this further only if you keep like this. I'll tell you the reason. Till now, what example we took? How many arbitrary constants were there? Let's check the two problems. How many arbitrary constants in the first two problems?
2.
2. And how many first order derivatives we have? If z is a function of two variables, how many first order derivatives we can find? 2, no? P and Q. Am I right? So that it was possible for us to do the elimination with the help of only first order. But how many arbitrary constants are there in this problem? Example 3. There are 3, A, B, C. So if the number of arbitrary constants are more than 2, you cannot only do it with respect to only like first order. You have to surely go for second order. Did you get one point here? If the number of arbitrary constants are more than 2, you have to compulsorily go for second order derivative to get the PDE, else you cannot find it. Okay. Yeah. So to take it, what we'll do is we'll take equation 2 and just differentiate it again with respect to x. Are you getting it? I'm interested in getting one differential equation. I'm telling you one process here. Huh? You can again apply different way. Only ultimately there should not be any arbitrary constant. That care you have to take. So what I will apply the concept here is we'll take equation 2 and differentiate with respect to x partially again. Partially. So what is the derivative of x upon a square with respect to x?
1 by a square.
1 by a square. Okay, plus here 1 by c square I'll take out. Then this z into p is there. So whether to apply a product rule or we have to do direct. Now for that, just see what is z? Is z a function of x? Is z a function of x?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is a function of x. Correct. What about p? Is p a function of x? What is actually p? Dou z by dou x, isn't it? Is it a function of x, s or no?
Yes.
Yes. See, for example, if you have y is equal to x square. So if I differentiate, so y is a function of x. What about the derivative? Is it a function of x, s or no? Obviously, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, when z is a function of x and y, So that dou z by dou x is also a function of x and y both, huh? Both. Don't say here x is appearing, that's why I will say that like that. No. Original dependent variable is a function of x and y, means its partial derivatives are also functions of x and y, irrespective whether it is dou x or dou y. Did you get the important point what I said just now? Okay, let us continue. So what has to be applied for z into p? Product rule. So keep z as it is. What is the derivative of p with respect to x again? So what is p? P is dou z by dou x. What you have to do here? For this again, if you differentiate, what will you get? What is the
Dou
differentiation
square
of dou
z
z?
by dou x square.
Yeah,
Dou
dou
z
square
by
z by dou x denoted as
r.
denote r. So this is, I'll write it as r. Hope clear. What is r? Dou square z by dou x square plus. We'll keep p as it is. Then we'll differentiate z. What is the derivative of z with respect to x?
P.
P again. So isn't it p square? Hope the part is clear. Huh? P into p, I'm writing it as p square. Now, here you can see this, I'll call it as equation 4. Here you have equation 2 and 4 in terms of same two unknowns a square and c square. So we'll try to eliminate it. For that, see 1 by a square value. 1 by a square value we'll find from equation 2, which will be in terms of c square, and substitute in equation 4. Did you get what I said? 2 and 4 are in terms of a and c, so it will be easy. See, even I can find the value of 1 by c square, but it becomes little complicated if I substitute. So what I will do, from equation 2, I'll find the value of 1 by a square and substitute in equation 4. Okay, right. From equation 2, tell me what is 1 by a square. So 1 by a square means I have to transfer this term here. Am I correct? It will be what? Positive or negative or reciprocal?
Negative.
Negative. Then I want only 1 by a square, means what I have to do with x? I have to transfer it. If I transfer it, where it comes?
X C square.
X c square. Very good. Yeah. Hope this part is clear. So from equation 2, we are getting 1 by a square. Substitute in equation 4. Yeah. So instead of 1 by a square, I'll write like this. Minus zp upon xc square. Now, I'll not disturb second term, I'll write as it is. See, ultimately, I want the equation. This is the easy way. There are many ways are there, but this is the easy way. So what you do now, I want to get rid of c square. Is it if I multiply by c square will be cancelled? Am I correct? So what I will
Yes,
do,
ma'am.
it is like taking LCM. Okay, taking LCM, or else best way, what I will do, multiply by c square into x. Just see what happens. If you multiply by c square into x, this denominator cancels. What remains? Minus zp. Here, if you multiply by c square cancels, x remains, no? So that x I will write. Okay, or same equation, I'll transfer this here. So zp is equal to x into zr plus p square. Tell me, is it free from ABC? Is it free from ABC?
Yes.
Yes. So this is required PDE. This is not the only way. Same thing you can take equation 3, differentiate with respect to y, find the value of 1 by b square from equation 3 and substitute in that another equation and get rid of c square. That is also one more way. But no need to do it here. Remember we want only one PDE. So that much is enough. Only care you have to take, it should be free from ABC. So if the number of arbitrary constants are more than 2, which order derivative we have to go till? Second order. Okay. Yeah. Write the next. Find the partial differential equation of the family of spheres family of all spheres whose centers lie on the plane z equal to 0 and have a constant radius r and have a constant radius r. So suppose if a point is lying on the plane z equal to 0, what can you tell about the coordinates of the point? Are you sure about any one coordinate or two coordinates? What it is? Okay. To understand this, I will just give you the two-dimensional, because this, if I take it, is little higher. Now, if there is a point which is lying on y-axis, sorry, on x-axis, if there is a point lying on x-axis, how you write the value? Suppose this value is 1. How you write the coordinates? There is a point here. This is suppose 1. How you write the coordinates of this point? Please answer. If there is a point on x-axis, what about its y coordinate?
0.
0. Okay, x coordinate is 1, suppose. What is the equation of x-axis?
Y is equal to 0.
Y is equal to 0. Same thing happens for y-axis also. Now, when you have the plane whose equation is z equal to 0 means, what about its z coordinate?
0.
0. So, if you take that the center is on the plane z equal to 0, so that you can take the point as, the general point as a comma b comma 0. So, we don't know about x and y coordinates, but we are 100% sure about z coordinate. Hope you understood. I gave you a comparison. Okay, one more thing. What is the equation of a circle with center at h comma k and radius r? Equation of a circle.
X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square.
Very good. Okay. So same type of theory we are going to just apply. Only important thing, the center is lying on z equal to 0. That's why its z coordinate is 0. This is how we have to take it. So just write down. Just write here. The coordinates of the center of the sphere, the coordinates of the center of the sphere can be taken as a comma b comma 0. Therefore, equation of sphere with center at a comma b comma 0 and what they have given about the radius? Radius r is given by. Tell me the equation. Equation of sphere with center at a, b, 0. Compare it. Just now I gave you for the circle. Sphere is an extension.
X minus a whole square plus
Yeah, x minus a the whole square plus y minus b the whole square plus
z minus 0 the whole square.
equal to r square.
R.
Correct? So here, this is what is the equation. So if such questions are given, first you have to form the general equation and then next part is we have to form the PDE. Are you getting it? So from this equation, what is to be done next? What is to be done next is we need to differentiate and get the PDE. Will you take it as a homework sum? Okay, else we'll complete it. Just see what is the difference between this example and the previous one is, in all the previous they have given the equation directly. Here we have formed the equation first and then we have to form the PDE. Getting it? Yeah. Let us differentiate with respect to x and y partially. What is the differentiation of x minus a the whole square with respect to x?
2 into x minus a.
Yeah, 2 into x minus a. What about the second term?
0.
0.
Third term?
2ZP.
2Z.
2zp. Important. Derivative of r square is 2r. No?
0.
0. Good. It is a constant. So what you do, eliminate, we have to find the value of a. Instead of a, what is easy here? X minus a. Correct, no? Find
Yes,
the
ma'am.
value of x minus a is what?
Minus z.
Minus
Z.
z.
Minus Z.
Okay. Yeah. Similarly, if you do with respect to y, you will get it as 2 into y minus b plus 2z cube. So from this, what is to be found?
Y minus B.
Cancel it too. Y minus b is what? Minus z cube. Let us substitute these in equation 1. X minus a minus zp square, because we have it as a square format, minus z cube whole square, z square as it is. Okay? Simplify, isn't it? If you simplify it, you will get a z square common here. What will you get? P square plus q square plus 1, no? Tell me, is it free from ABC? Is it free from AB?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. But
Yes,
there is
ma'am.
one constant is present. What is that?
R
R.
square.
R. But what they have given, it is not an arbitrary constant, it is like a fixed constant. See, for a circle, no, if you take any circle, its radius is fixed or is it going to vary? It is fixed. For this circle, it is fixed. Another circle you take, it is fixed. So it is a fixed constant. R will not vary. So don't get confused. Can I say this is the required PDE?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now you can take some homework example and try to solve them. It is easy, need not to worry. Take them and solve. You may expect one question from this part. Because no, on formation we have two category. From each you can expect one question. A log of x square plus y square plus b. So here arbitrary constants are a and b. In some of the things, no, it is easy. If you differentiate, what happens to this b? Isn't it directly it goes to 0? So you need to eliminate a that time. Yeah. Take about these and try to get the answer for that. Okay.